Hi, this is Dave. Today we will discuss the Fifth Commandment. Question 104 asks, what is God's will for you in the Fifth Commandment? The answer is that I honor, love, and be loyal to my father and mother and all those in authority over me, that I submit myself with proper obedience to all their good teaching and discipline, and also that I be patient with their failings, for through them God chooses to rule us. This is one of the commandments where I have to wonder if the Catechism reads a little more into the command than is actually there. The commandment is specifically about parents. The Catechism expands it to include all of those in authority. I certainly agree that we should honor all of those in authority over us, but I'm not sure this command specifically is what tells us to do it. Be that as it may, Exodus 21 verse 17 is very clear that God will not tolerate a lack of respect to parents when it commands, whoever curses his father or his mother shall be put to death. Proverbs 1 verse 8 tells us to respect their teaching and discipline when it says, "Hear, my son, your father's instruction, and forsake not your mother's teaching." Romans 13 verses 1 through 2 tells us to respect other authority. So, while I'm not sure I see this in the Fifth Commandment, it certainly is biblical. It says, "Let every person be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God, and those that exist have been instituted by God. Therefore, whoever resists the authorities resists what God has appointed, and those who resist will incur judgment." Ephesians 6 verses 1 through 9 pulls it all together when it says, "Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother. This is the first commandment with a promise, that it may go well with you, and that you may live long in the land. Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. Bondservants, obey your earthly masters with fear and trembling, with a sincere heart, as you would Christ, not by the way of eye service, as people pleasers, but as bondservants of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart, rendering service with a good will as to the Lord and not to man, knowing that whatever good anyone does, this he will receive back from the Lord, whether he is a bondservant or is free. Masters, do the same to them, and stop your threatening, knowing that he who is both their master and yours is in heaven, and that there is no partiality with him." And we are also told to be patient with the failings of those in authority over us. 1 Peter 2 verse 18 says, "Servants, be subject to your masters with all respect, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the unjust." That's today's video. In the next video, we will discuss the Sixth Commandment.